on YouTube, man. I got a different type of video. I was looking for my CM Punk shirt. I can't find it. But do y'all respect the pajama fit, man? Y'all respect the PJ fit? Look, matching black and green. Either or. But listen, bro. I know this is a different type of video, but like I said, I wanted to touch base on a lot of different things. I want to be in the movie aspect field. I want to be in the gaming field. I want to be in every type of content aspect. And y'all know I love I was gonna say I love AEW. Whoa! I love WWE, man. I'm a tribal WWE fan, man. I only watch WWE. Listen, bro. So this is a hypothetical video, bro. Kevin Owens, got hurt. Hopefully, if he is hurt, hopefully he gets to recover. Hopefully, if he decides to come back to wrestling and be a wrestler, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. If he just wants to be a commentator, whatever works. Listen, I know sometimes they do like injury storylines where a player, or I said a player, like this is football. I'm so used to making football content, where a superstar gets hurt and then they come back from injury to make the match, and it's just a storyline. Or it could be a heelish tactic where he just doesn't want to fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Trust me, I know. But here are the 5 people I think Randy Orton should face, or these are what I think WWE should do with Randy Orton. Hypothetically, he is hurt. I'm going to get a new green screen so y'all don't see all this in the background, by the way, but that's an upcoming purchase I'm going to make. But look, here's what I think WWE should do with Randy Orton now that Kevin Owens is unfortunately... And once again, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. You don't ever want to see someone hurt. Real shit. So this is what I would do with Randy Orton, or who I would have Randy Orton face going into WrestleMania. You feel me? Hear me book. I'm gonna do some I'm gonna do some booking, some fantasy booking. But stay with me. Stay with me. I hope y'all understand. Well, option 1, Solo Sikoa. Hear me out, right? I was about to say Roman Reigns, bro. My mind's in like 8 different places. I posted like 30 shorts today, 30 reels, 30 TikToks. But listen. Randy Orton's cutting an emotional promo like, guys, I don't know if I'm going to make it to WrestleMania. Basically, he's cutting a promo. He's out there. He's talking to the fans, hyping the fans up. And all you hear is this. Wah, 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 wah. Solo comes out. He doesn't have WrestleMania plans. I think he will be at WrestleMania. I think he will either cost Jacob Fatu or do something with Jacob Fatu that sets up a feud for them, Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu to have for WWE Backlash or maybe SummerSlam or whatever their plans are. But listen, Solo has no WrestleMania plans. You know what? You feel me? He's like, Randy Orton's like, I'm not gonna make WrestleMania. Solo Sikoa comes out and goes like this. Ha 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 ha, you're not making WrestleMania. Ha ha ha, you're not good enough anymore. Whoop de whoop. Basically, of some of the sort like that, you're not good enough to make WrestleMania. And I don't know why I keep saying Roman. Roman is on my mind apparently. Randy Orton's gonna lean back. He's gonna be like this. Hold up, you don't have a WrestleMania match. Why don't you fight me? Solo's gonna be like, I won't fight you. Based on some heel tactics, you feel me? He's gonna be like, I don't want to have to fight you. I'm too busy trying to help Jacob go after LA Knight. Whoop de whoop. Jacob's gonna look at him, and this is where the feud begins. This is fantasy booking, guys. He's gonna be like, actually, he's gonna be like, no. He's gonna be like, no, Solo. I got LA Knight by myself. You feel me? And then he's basically gonna volunteer Solo for Randy Orton. Boom, they fight at WrestleMania. You give Randy Orton a person that fans want to see him beat. You give Randy Orton the win he deserves, because no one cares if Solo Sikoa wins or loses at WrestleMania. Let's just be honest. No one cares about Solo. If we're being honest, I fuck with Solo. Solo, I fuck with you, gang. You're tough. You were the bad guy of 2024. I fuck with you. I feel like you deserve your flowers to be on WrestleMania. That's why I'm putting you on here. So I feel like Solo Sikoa is a reasonable option for our boy, Randy Orton. Randy Orton could beat him. Boop doo. And then now they could, if Randy could go face Cody Rhodes or John Cena or whatever the fuck, or whoever their next plan is, Brett. Either way, I think Solo Sikoa is a good first option for a person like, you feel me, Randy Orton or something like that. So we could have Solo, because Solo does deserve to be on WrestleMania. I don't care what no one says. Argue with the wall. But let's get into number 2. All right, another person out here, I have Nick Aldis / Magnus. Listen, hear me out. I'll put the clip right. That video was a year ago. That segment was a year ago. Storyline booking, maybe they have him fight Nick Aldis. Maybe I'm onto something. You remember, he RKO'd him. That was $50K. He said, hey, bro, you gave me $100K. He RKO'd him recently. The other $50K makes it $100K. Triple H, I know what you're cooking, gang. So when Randy Orton RKO'd Nick Aldis the first time, he was like, oh, that's going to be $50K. Randy was like, I'm going to give you $100K. Basically insinuating he's going to RKO him again. Randy Orton has RKO'd Nick Aldis at last SmackDown. Listen. I've never seen a Nick Aldis / Magnus match, but he was NWA champion, I believe. So obviously he's somewhat talented as a wrestler. Maybe they could just do a promo where, or a feud where, you know what I'm saying, Randy Orton's crashing out. He's like, yo, what the fuck? Basically, he's mad as shit. He's hitting everyone with RKOs. Nick Aldis is like, look, bro, I'm not going to send no one else to stop this. I'm going to stop this myself. And we get Nick Aldis. I'm not saying he will go on a full-on in-ring debut, like a whole in-ring run where he's just wrestling everybody in-ring, but maybe he could have a one-off in-ring match, you know, because a lot of people do want to see Nick Aldis wrestle. I'm one of those people, like, because I never seen him as an NWA champion. I never seen him at old shows, TNA. I mean, obviously you go back and watch old wrestling matches, but I've never personally seen it, so I would love to see it. But so I feel like Nick Aldis would be a good person, like, yo, hype me out, hear me out. Randy Orton's crashing out. Nick Aldis is like, bro, Randy, he's gonna hit him with one of these. Randy, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all this. He's not gonna say crashing out because, you know, Nick Aldis is old, but he's gonna be like, I'm sick of all this anger you're taking out on everyone. I'm not gonna have anyone handle you at WrestleMania. I'm tired of you RKO'd me a year ago. You RKO'd me last Friday. I'm your boss, Randy. You can't RKO me. So, you want a match at WrestleMania? I'll give it to you. You're fighting me. Boom. Fights Nick Aldis. Randy Orton also could get his dub. Nick Aldis don't need to win that match. You feel me? Or maybe, hear me out. This is not part of the video, but I'm going to put this in video. Nick Aldis is like, hey, I'm not trying to be a general manager anymore. Shane McMahon comes back. Boom. SummerSlam. General manager now. Nick Aldis has a WWE run as a wrestler. That's storyline booking. I don't think Nick Aldis is going to be a full-time wrestler, but I feel like Nick Aldis could be a possible option if he could get his body right. I don't know his health concerns or shit like that if he has any. But Nick Aldis is a solid option for Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Now let's get into option 3, bro. And these are where it starts getting kind of crazy. It starts getting kind of hectic. You feel me? Hear me out for option 3, 4, and 5. And I got some honorable mentions before we get to the final one. All right, hear me out for option 3. Wait, is this option 3? This is option 3. Karrion Kross, right? Similar thing to Solo. Randy Orton, you know, is cutting a promo, man. Randy Orton's over here. He's like, yo, guys, basically, I'm not going to be on WrestleMania. And Karrion Kross is going to come out. He's going to be like, wow, look how the mighty have fallen, bro. You're a top 5 WWE wrestler of all time. You're a top 5 wrestler, but you're not on WrestleMania, man. Boop-de-boop. Basically tell him he's not good enough. He's not good enough. And he's going to be like, but Randy, I can help you. You know, Karrion Kross is going to get a ring. He's like, I can help you get to the main event of WrestleMania. Basically, he can help him get on WrestleMania. And, you know, Randy Orton's going to be like fake baiting him. He's going to be like, oh, really? How you going to help me get to WrestleMania? Boom! RKO. They got a feud at WrestleMania. Boom, bow. Simple slight. You know, Karrion Kross is another worker, man. I feel like, you know, in the beginning of Karrion Kross's WWE career, I'm not going to lie, it really, like, set me off. I really thought, like, he was boring. I thought he was mid. No hate to Karrion Kross. I'm familiar with your game now. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. I respect the mental game. I think Karrion Kross deserves to be on WrestleMania, bro. He was on last WrestleMania. He had the match with AOP and versus Street Profits. I genuinely think... Actually, wait. Was he in that match? I don't remember. But either way, he had some type of program on last WrestleMania where his team was whatever the fuck. Okay, I'm drawing a blank right now. But, bro, he's a former NXT champion. He's one of the best NXT wrestlers I've ever seen, bro. Karrion Kross, he deserves to be on WrestleMania, bro. I feel like you should reward people like Karrion Kross and others. I'm going to get to the honorable mentions because I don't want to forget them while they're on my head or, like, on my, you feel me, on my mental whoop-de-whoop. By the way, these are in order of who I think could face Randy Orton. So I really think, honestly, Solo Sikoa is a real good option. I think Magnus is a good option. I think Karrion Kross is a good option. I'm going to get to my honorable mentions actually last. Here is my next person who I think could face Solo Sikoa. I mean, face Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Jesus, guys. All right, quick side note. For the Karrion Kross, I just seen Karrion Kross posted on Twitter that he wants to fight Randy Orton. So, hear me out. Maybe he is, but let's get into our next option. All right, this is where the booking gets kind of wicked. Hear me out. I know Sami Zayn's a good guy. I know him and, you feel me, Kevin Owens had that Mania, I mean, almost the Mania-like match at Elimination Chamber where he basically killed Sami Zayn. Or storyline, he kills Sami Zayn, you know what I'm saying? But hear me out. Sami Zayn comes out. Randy Orton's cutting a promo. Or this could be like one of those things at WrestleMania where Randy Orton doesn't have his match or his person named, just an open challenge. But listen, you hear the music. Sami Zayn comes out and is like, bro, I know Kevin Owens went down a dark path. I know he went down a troubled path. I know he was crashing out, doing wicked stuff and bad things that he shouldn't be doing. I understand that. But I'm here to spin the block for my homeboy. I'm here to spin the block for my friend. Bow! You can either turn Sami heel, you know what I'm saying? Or you can just have him as a good guy trying to fight for his boy. And Sami Zayn gets a crowd pop, you know, coming back at WrestleMania, just like how they did number 30 at the Royal Rumble. You have Sami Zayn come back here, and, you know, hey, man, Sami Zayn's on WrestleMania. Randy Orton's on WrestleMania. Now, I want Randy Orton to win that match, hypothetically. I don't think this is going to happen. This is just storyline booking. Imagine Sami Zayn is crashing out, not crashing out, but spinning the block for his boy Kevin Owens. Yes, I know. Hear me out. Crazy booking, I know, but I think it's a good idea, or it could work. It could work. You know, with Triple H throwing his own little flavors and salt and season in it could work. Now, let's get into the fifth option, which I low-key feel like who Randy Orton's going to face at WrestleMania, which I don't want to see, and I'll tell you why. Alright, guys, so these are some honorable mentions. Let's start off with the NXT right here, as you guys can see. I feel like maybe he could just do an open challenge where he has an NXT star come up. You could give Randy Orton his win, and then boom, you got him on a WrestleMania. You have a young talent you believe in getting on WrestleMania. Now, who will it be? Whoever I feel like it could be, because you know how NXT gets called up. Some people get called up after, like, you know what I'm saying, WrestleMania. So maybe they could have an NXT call up. So maybe they just have Randy Orton do like an open challenge at WrestleMania. Now next, we are gonna get into Ludwig Kaiser. Listen, bro, I feel like this interaction exchange could be funny as fuck, bro. Randy Orton could be like, well, let me tell you how it would work with Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser also does have a WrestleMania match. He deserves to be on WrestleMania. I thought he was going to be in the Intercontinental Championship picture. I thought they were going to do like a multi-man match. That still hasn't been confirmed. It looks like he's going to fight Penta at WrestleMania. So, shout out to Penta. But Ludwig Kaiser could come out like, damn, Randy, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. I'm over here competing for our Intercontinental Championship spots. Randy Orton comes, I'm like, yeah, you're also competing to be in Charlotte's DMs. Boom, sets a feud. I feel like Ludwig Kaiser deserves to be on WrestleMania, bro. He had a great year. That's another person I think who could be and who should be on WrestleMania, bro. I know WWE is too stacked with having WrestleMania, so it's kind of hard for most of these superstars to be off. Andrade should be on here, but I don't know how Andrade would make a match with Randy Orton. But I feel like Andrade also should be on WrestleMania. Yeah. All right, now with Carmelo Hayes. I know they had that SmackDown match, which was really good, by the way. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Carmelo Hayes should be also on WrestleMania. Same thing with Ludwig Kaiser. He could cut a promo like, yo, you're not good enough, bro. You're not keeping up with the new kids. I'm him, homie. I'm him. I'm Melo. Boom. Have a WrestleMania match no one would complain about. Now, this one, I would low-key want to see Carmelo Hayes win. But I also want Randy Orton to win. So I don't know how they would do this one. But listen, I feel like Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes, that would be fireworks, bro. That would be fireworks. You feel me? That would be fireworks, bro. Carmelo Hayes is a great in-ring talent, bro. He deserves to be on WrestleMania, bro, for being honest. Let's be honest. Now, before Aleister Black, I do not want him to fight Aleister Black. I do not want him to fight Aleister Black because I know people are going to want Randy Orton to win. I know people want Aleister Black to win. I want both of them to win when they first come back. I want them to both look strong. I do not want Randy Orton to fight Aleister Black, okay? Malachi Black or whatever they're going to call him. I do not want him to fight Aleister Black because I feel like if they do have that match at WrestleMania, someone's going to have to lose, and that shit's going to absolutely suck. Honestly, that shit's going to absolutely suck. Honestly, like, that shit is going to suck. I do not want them to, like, fight at WrestleMania, bro, but Aleister Black is one of my honorable mentions. I'm not going to lie. As far as another thing I do not want Randy Orton to do at WrestleMania, bro, I do not want Randy Orton getting involved in any matches that are already booked. Like, I don't want him getting in the triple threat match with Randy, with Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. I do not want him to make a triple threat match with Cena and Cody. I do not want him to be inserted into a match that is too late. Like, WrestleMania is in, what, 2 weeks? So, I feel like it would be too late to insert him in a match. But, I mean, obviously, he's Randy fucking Orton. He could get in any match he wants. But, guys, here's the fifth. And this is honestly what I think Randy Orton is going to do at WrestleMania. And, guys, I do not want this fifth option to happen. But, unfortunately, this is who I think Randy Orton is actually going to face at WrestleMania, man. So, hopefully, he doesn't. But I think this is who he's going to face. He's going to make a PNG. But I feel like Randy Orton's going to do an open challenge. And this is where Miro/Rusev returns. The reason why I do not want this to happen, I don't want Rusev to lose his first match. I don't want Randy Orton to lose at WrestleMania. But I feel like this is the direction WWE could go. They haven't, like, leaked anything with him coming back like WWE, but we all know he's signed with WWE. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like this is probably what they're going to do. I mean, I don't think they're going to do Aleister Black. I think he's coming back after WrestleMania, so I don't think he's in the picture. And I don't think they're going to have Randy Orton fight a motherfucker like Rey Fenix. I just don't feel like that would make sense. They would put on, like, their match would bang. Their match would fuck. Like, that match would be fire. But I feel like Randy Orton's going to be like, hey, anyone want to fight me at WrestleMania Open Challenge? Rusev returns. And now this is where, if he does fight Rusev at WrestleMania, bro, I don't want Rusev to lose, and I don't want Randy to lose, so I don't know how that would work. But these are the 5 people I think are going to fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Let me know what you obviously think in the comments, bro. Realistically, bro, I hope Rusev fights one of the first 3 people I named. I said Rusev. I hope Randy Orton fights one of the first 3 people I named, because him versus Rusev, him versus Aleister Black, man, I do not want to see that, bro. Not because the match would suck, just because I don't want either of the parties to lose if they fall. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully y'all fuck with the video, bro. This is something new, I know. I'm going to post this. Hopefully y'all enjoy the content. But yeah, man, these are, like, the people who I think Randy Orton could fight at WrestleMania, bro. Hopefully he is on the card. I know people are like, just leave him off. It's fucking Randy Orton. Why are you gonna do that? But that's gonna end the video, bro. Hope y'all have a great day, man. Bro, this video's been 30 minutes. I was not expecting the video to be this long, but I kind of enjoyed making content like this. So let me know what y'all think, bro. I hope Randy Orton's on WrestleMania, of course.